Welcome everyone to our third annual Carousel Swoop event. We're excited to have you here with us.
Last year we talked about IT security and SOC 2 compliance, our social and emotional learning initiatives for K-12, and we opened up access to our content library and Carousel Academy for all users. This year, we're going to focus more on your audiences. This means the people who are consuming the information that you are creating in Carousel.
Our goal at Carousel has always been to create spaces where people feel welcomed, informed, and connected. However, we've been really challenging the idea of what a space is. We have many customers who have used Carousel Express players in all sorts of different ways where classic digital signage doesn't reach their viewers.
We're going to start using this word audiences more and more. To us, audiences are a set of people you want to reach with your messages, regardless of their physical location. For example, in a school, students, teachers, and parents are all different audiences.
It's been very fun to watch the digital signage market evolve over the past 25 years. We feel that this audience shift is the next natural step. We think the marketing mantra of right person, right place, and right time really applies to what we are trying to accomplish with audiences in Carousel.
I agree. Before we can jump into all of that, let's wrap up a few other things we've been working on this year.
Hi, I'm Seth. I'm a senior software engineer here at Carousel. Another feature we are really proud to support is accessibility. Digital signage is inherently visual. While visual information is one of the most effective communication mediums for most of us, it leaves out a part of our population with visual impairments. We have been working with our higher ed customers to bring the information in Carousel to everyone. The first step in this initiative was to build towards the WCAG 2.0 AA level standard. This allows us to verify that Carousel can reach everyone in our audience. Accessibility sites can be turned on and off per channel by going to the configuration menu, then channels, then editing a channel. Turn on the display on accessibility site toggle and hit save. From here you will notice a globe icon in the right column that has become enabled and says view on accessibility site if you hover over it. A great way you can use this feature in your facility is to generate a QR code to the URL of that zone's accessibility site. Either put that QR code on your digital signage or post it as static signage. Your audience will be able to scan that QR code and take the Carousel content with them. Having your visual communication accessible also allows your viewers to use the adaptive technology on their phone to consume your messages. Just remember, because we are allowing people to access your Carousel content on their phones without logging in, these accessibility sites are public. Make sure that you are only turning on this feature for information that you intend to be consumed publicly. One of our core values here at Carousel is clarity, and we are proud to bring accessibility features to your audiences.
Hello all, I'm John, the Vice President of Operations here at Carousel. And along with our accessibility compliance, we are also passionate about security compliance. Unfortunately, there are a lot of bad actors and data breaches out there. So at Carousel, we take IT security very seriously. In support of this, and as many of you may already know, we recently completed our first SOC 2 Type 2 report. But what exactly does this mean? SOC 2 Type 2 is a rigorous report written by a third-party audit firm about service providers like Carousel. It involves an extended audit period that deeply assesses the effectiveness of our security controls over a period of time. They essentially ensure that a service provider actually does what they say that they do. Many organizations, such as your own, likely have their own controls and policies that require that all the apps and services that you use are capable of protecting your data. And a solid SOC 2 Type 2 report can serve as the direct evidence of a service provider's commitment to safeguarding your data by independently assessing and reporting on the security of the provider's systems, procedures, and services. Now, since Carousel is a service provider to your organization, we want to make sure that you are in full compliance with your own policies. If you would like a copy of our SOC 2 Type 2 report, please reach out to your Carousel account executive or customer service manager, let us know. I'd also like to extend a big thank you to our internal Carousel team. Building these controls and continuing to maintain them over time takes diligence from each and every person in our team, and I so deeply appreciate everyone's effort. Thanks, team.
Last year, we announced that the content library and training would be included with everyone's subscriptions. The reason we made this change is that we want everyone to be extremely successful with their signage installs. We felt the most effective way to do this was to include all of the resources you may need. This approach has been overwhelmingly successful. Since the initial launch last year, we have continued to add resources to the content library. Recently, we performed a major refresh with separate pages for each type of resource to help you find what you need more quickly. Along with the refresh, we added new resources such as new portrait channels, a menu channel, light and dark simple templates, cap-ready templates, and new sets of colorful icons. Some fun stats about how much the library has grown in just over a year. We added 9 theme channels, 7 new template collections, 12 icon packs, 4 design element packs, and added all of our starter channels. Prior to 2023, customers had to purchase training separately from their subscription. While this format had some benefit, it was hard to reach all of our customers, especially those who only occasionally needed to update content or just simply could benefit from bite-sized training at the right moment. So we began including Carousel Academy accessible directly within the product and included for everyone. The new Carousel Academy is available to everyone by simply going to the academic cap in the upper right-hand corner of the Carousel interface. As a result, we have delivered more training this year than ever before. Since its launch earlier this year, Carousel users have consumed over 19,000 minutes of training, plus several thousand views of training documents. In addition to the online training, we've also been running Carousel Live events to get new users up to speed and also offer a chance for all users to get their questions that may not exist in the Academy answered in a live environment. Be on the lookout for the invitation to our next Carousel Live event in your email. If you haven't seen an invite, make sure to subscribe to our product update emails under the support section of our website. In addition to our Carousel Live training events, our customer success team has been hosting regular onboarding webinars. These webinars are not only great for new customers, but also for onboarding your new staff. If you have colleagues that are new to Carousel, have them jump into one of these webinars. They cover Carousel vocabulary and basics, initial content and system setup, navigating the Carousel interface, best practices, and where to find resources. We host training every few weeks. You can find an updated schedule anytime by visiting our website and navigating to resources and free training.
I really enjoyed the opportunity this year to get out and travel a bit, to meet with higher education leaders and hear what's going on within their campuses and the challenges they're facing and the highlights of things that are going really well. I also got to meet with some business leaders and hear the challenges they're facing within their organizations. There's a couple of themes that I definitely heard loud and clear. One, nobody reads their email. I know that's probably a shock to you, but definitely reinforced across industries. Didn't really matter if you were a school or a business. That was really a number one challenge for a lot of higher eds, for sure, with their students. And then every organization is struggling to engage their people. And so when we say engage their people, what do we mean? Well, it'd be awesome for our students to show up at the events that we have on campus, or for kids to know that the MAP test is happening on Wednesday and only grade 11, so the 12th graders don't show up. Those types of engagement things and making sure that people are aware of what's actually happening. Or annual enrollment. Hey, we really need people to sign up for next year's healthcare plan. And so when we really think about this mantra that JJ said earlier about right people, right place, and right time, that really is the strength of Carousel. And so as we wrestled with that and we heard all the challenges that people are stating, we thought about how can we really take Carousel and move it to be a tool that we can extend to screens of all sizes. We understand that you guys have a ton of communication tools already. We mentioned email. We have Slack, we have Teams, we have YouTube videos, we have all kinds of information that is getting just blasted at people. And we believe that Carousel can actually be the communication tool that highlights the most important messages that you have. What are the 2 or 3 things that everybody needs to know about on campus or at your branch office? And so when we really thought about that, it got to this whole concept of audiences. And so I want to spend a few moments just kind of expanding on what do we mean by audiences and what maybe a few examples that you guys can consider within your organization to think about Carousel a bit differently in the future, your whole communication strategy a bit differently in the future. So for example, you can really think about, do I want to target all the parents at my school because the communication's the same and pretty relevant to all the parents? Or should I slice up and communicate to parents by grade level? Another school example might be when you arrive at school to pick your kid up at the end of the day. You might come in the front door. Well, today you would see signage probably greeting you and talking about the upcoming things at the school and those types of things. But imagine if a parent sitting in the pickup line in their car could also get that information on their mobile device or another way. In higher education, when we think about targeting our incoming freshmen and helping them be successful on campus, what does that look like? Can we target them in the residence hall and reinforce that same messaging on the main campus, or reinforce that through their tablet or their mobile device? And so when we think about audiences, we really want to think about not just the devices we're putting them on, but how are we segregating those messages? So in this higher ed example, all freshmen, or is it targeting students within a major because the communication to them is highly relevant within the history major versus political science majors? In your business, you can really think about this idea of, do I target all my employees at a branch location, or do I target all my store managers within a region? And the beautiful thing is you can actually do both. And the power of Carousel and the power of really curating your messages and delivering them to the people that need to see them is now you can cut through all the noise of the 57 different things that are hitting people every day and get to the 3 things they need to know about. Right now it's annual enrollment. Right now it is this training in this branch for this new product offering, and we need you all to take that training. Or hey, store managers, here's a new policy change. And so we really want to just open up this idea and explore with Carousel how we can give you the tools to target your audiences and really think about your communication strategy based on what you need. Do I need all classrooms, or do I need classrooms by grade? Do I need all employees or employees that serve in this particular role? And so we're really excited about this move because it just opens up a whole future of possibilities for you as you're thinking about your communication strategy. And we believe that we're going to see some awesome creative ideas from you that we haven't even thought of yet. So we invite you to keep thinking about this audience concept. We're certainly going to be bringing and developing more tools for Carousel to support this direction. And we just wanted to whet your appetite a little bit today and dream a little bit about where we can go with audiences.
Hi, I'm Chris Bramma, VP of Sales here at Carousel. Now that we've talked about how audiences work, we're going to spend a few minutes discussing what the new subscription plans look like in 2024. But don't worry, there won't be any changing with your current plan. If you choose to move to a different plan next year, we'll have a conversation well in advance before we switch anything. As we move forward with our audience focus, we also want to be more specific about your experience as a customer. Over the last 25 years supporting customers with digital signage projects, we've noticed that customers generally fall into 3 categories. The DIYers, who really don't need much help getting their systems up and running. The customers who want a bit more guidance and best practices implementing their signage systems. And then finally, the folks that want the white glove treatment, where we walk with you step by step through implementation and beyond. We are aligning our plans to bring the most value to each of these customer needs. And these plans are called Core, Pro, and Enterprise. These will deliver the right kind of experience at the right price for all of our customers. One major change that we're introducing with these new plans is the flexibility around the number of connected media players that you have on your systems. Our current plans are strictly tied to the number of media players you can connect. While this tries to align to the value that Carousel has with your initiatives, it's a little too rigid for our liking. Most of our customers expand their signage systems well beyond what they initially purchased. Dealing with billing issues that stand in the way of your growth can be time-consuming and frustrating when all your team wants to do is expand their communication reach. With these new plans, we have bundled media player quantities and removed the hard limits. We want you to expand your system and your reach broader so that you can meet your goals without any friction. Starting with our 2024 plans, you can now connect as many players as you would like without needing to purchase 1 or 2 additional licenses here and there. You'll just be allowed to expand. At an appropriate time before your next renewal, we'll look at your usage and work with you to adjust your subscription to align with your actual growth and success. But don't worry, you'll be able to see your actual usage directly in the software at any time. And we'll also connect with you well in advance of your renewal, so there won't be any surprises. These new plans will make it super easy to expand your visual communication initiatives without having to deal with purchasing and billing woes mid-subscription. The next thing we've bundled in is our professional services. Many of our customers want specific visual layouts on their screen using their brand guidelines. To help you with this, we have been creating custom carousel channels for customers as an additional service. And we've done that for the last 15 years. Starting in 2024, we'll be including these levels of creative services with our Pro and Enterprise plans. Access to these services will help you in meeting your unique visual communication goals with us right there by your side. As always, our mission is to connect Carousel's value to your success. And to do that in 2024, think your audience plus your experience is your Carousel plan. We have a lot more detail to come. We just wanted to give you a quick heads up on these exciting changes that will be available to you next year. All of us at Carousel really appreciate you being our customer. Thank you for letting us be a part of your communication strategy.
Well, I love this shift to focusing on our users' audiences. I think it's going to be really powerful. Obviously, we want to just help extend the reach of digital signage and your visual communication initiatives. I also encourage everyone to go reach out to our team and take advantage of all these amazing resources, from the onboarding webinars to the Carousel live trainings to the content library that's part of everyone's subscription.
If we sparked any new ideas, you've got a lot of questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to your account executive or your customer success manager. We would love to have a conversation. So please give us a call today, and we look forward to talking with you.